Piers Morgan has just dropped a truth bomb in the manicured gardens of Hollywood, shaking the very foundation of its elite circles. It's no secret that when Morgan speaks, the celebrity ecosystem trembles. But this time, his verbal missile isn't just aimed at any star, it's directed at one of Hollywood's most beloved power couples, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. And this isn't mere celebrity gossip, it's a firestorm ignited by a controversial lawsuit, raising serious questions about accountability, hypocrisy, and the reality behind Hollywood's picture-perfect facade. Forget fleeting social media spats. This is classic Piers Morgan, a full-scale takedown that's sending shockwaves across the digital landscape. Fans and industry insiders alike are reeling from the impact, as Morgan pulls no punches in exposing what he sees as the duplicity of Hollywood's golden couple. But what exactly triggered this attack? What is it about Lively and Reynolds that prompted Morgan to unleash his latest tirade? The answers lie in a scandal involving another recognizable figure, Justin Baldoni. At first, there was sympathy for Blake Lively. But as leaked messages surfaced, sympathy quickly turned into skepticism. The messages, which Baldoni himself has been revealing, suggest an intense back and forth between Hollywood heavyweights, exposing a level of narcissism and power plays that few would expect from Lively and Reynolds. Justin Baldoni, best known for his role in Jane the Virgin and his work as a socially conscious filmmaker, is now at the center of a major controversy. For months, whispers of a troubling lawsuit have grown louder, culminating in serious allegations against him. Accusations suggest that Baldoni's latest directorial project was plagued by unfair labor practices, excessive work hours, and unsafe conditions that pushed crew members to their breaking point. His PR team has attempted damage control, issuing carefully crafted statements denying wrongdoing and promising internal investigations. But the public isn't convinced, and the controversy continues to escalate. Social media has become a battleground. Some fans defend Baldoni, citing his history of advocating for social justice. Others side with the alleged victims, demanding accountability and transparency. But amidst this storm, a glaring question emerges. Where do Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds fit into all of this? Enter Piers Morgan, armed with his signature brand of unapologetic criticism. He has dramatically escalated the stakes, accusing Lively and Reynolds of blatant hypocrisy. His argument? That this couple, celebrated for their philanthropic work and progressive values, has remained conspicuously silent in the face of Baldoni's controversy. And that silence, according to Morgan, speaks volumes. Morgan's column was scathing, delivered with his trademark lack of subtlety. He didn't just criticize Lively and Reynolds, he outright accused them of Hollywood fakery. He called their public personas an elaborate charade, suggesting that their commitment to social causes is only performative. How, he asked, could two stars who have publicly championed children's rights, environmental activism, and fair labor practices suddenly go mute when a controversy hit close to home? Morgan's argument didn't stop at silence. He pointed out Blake Lively's past collaborations with Baldoni, implying that their professional connection makes her lack of response even more suspect. Was it loyalty? Fear of backlash? Or was it, as Morgan suggested, a carefully calculated PR move to distance themselves until the dust settles? But just as the digital world was processing Morgan's critique, he took an unexpected turn. He shifted focus to a cultural phenomenon even bigger than this Hollywood feud, the Deadpool franchise. Ryan Reynolds, the face of Deadpool, has built his career on an irreverent, anti-hero persona. He's known for calling out Hollywood's double standards, mocking the industry's hypocrisy, and positioning himself as an outsider who doesn't play by the rules. But Morgan now argues that Reynolds is guilty of the same hypocrisy he so often ridicules. If Reynolds truly embodies the rebellious, justice-seeking spirit of Deadpool, why is he silent when real-world injustice unfolds in his industry? Why hasn't he used his massive platform to address the Baldoni controversy? These are the questions Morgan poses, forcing fans to reconsider whether Reynolds' on-screen persona aligns with his real-life actions. The internet has, unsurprisingly, erupted. Some fans are fiercely defending Lively and Reynolds, arguing that they aren't obligated to comment on every Hollywood scandal. Others are siding with Morgan, agreeing that their silence is damning. Either way, one thing is clear: Piers Morgan has, once again, disrupted the celebrity landscape, forcing a conversation that Hollywood would rather avoid. Will Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds respond? Will Justin Baldoni's controversy continue to unravel? And most importantly, will Hollywood finally be held accountable for the carefully constructed illusions it presents to the world? One thing is for sure: Piers Morgan's truth bomb has detonated, and the aftershocks are only just beginning. Ryan Reynolds' globally recognized and beloved role as the wisecracking, fourth-wall-breaking mercenary Deadpool has been thrust into an unexpected controversy. But how did this happen? And why is Piers Morgan at the center of it all? Blake Lively reportedly dropped a lawsuit, but not before key details emerged. Texts were allegedly cherry-picked, emojis removed, and entire sections deleted, stripping away crucial context. This revelation alone sparked outrage, but it was only the beginning. In a bold and somewhat bewildering move, Piers Morgan expanded his critique beyond Ryan Reynolds himself, aiming directly at the fictional character of Deadpool. His argument? That Reynolds' perceived silence on the Baldoni controversy compromises the very essence of Deadpool, a character known for challenging authority, mocking hypocrisy, and refusing to conform. Morgan questioned whether Reynolds' reluctance to speak out against alleged industry injustices contradicted the rebellious, anti-establishment persona he portrays on screen. Critics were quick to call Morgan's argument a reach, an attempt to manufacture more controversy and fuel sensational headlines. But for others, his comments struck a nerve. Is there a growing disconnect between the public images celebrities craft and their real-world actions? Are fans finally waking up to the idea that their favorite stars may not be as outspoken or ethically engaged as their roles suggest? The backlash has been immediate and explosive. Social media erupted with hashtags like #PiersMorgan, #TeamBlakeandRyan, and #StandWithBaldoni, reflecting the deep divide among fans. Some praised Morgan for holding Hollywood elites accountable, arguing that celebrities should be challenged on their silence regarding industry scandals. Others condemned his tactics, accusing him of grandstanding and unfairly targeting Reynolds and Lively. They argue that actors aren't obligated to comment on every controversy and that such public shaming is excessive. Behind the scenes, whispers within Hollywood suggest that Morgan's broader critique isn't entirely unfounded. Some insiders acknowledge a culture of silence and self-preservation in the industry, where speaking out can come at great personal and professional risk. Others worry that aggressive call-outs like this could discourage celebrities from engaging in meaningful discussions, fearing similar public scrutiny. At the heart of the debate is a pressing question: should celebrities bear a moral responsibility to publicly address industry issues, even when it could jeopardize their careers? And has Piers Morgan, despite his often polarizing approach, successfully ignited a necessary conversation about authenticity versus image in Hollywood? As the controversy intensifies, one question remains: will Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds choose to respond? Or will their silence fuel even more speculation about their stance and the values they truly stand for? Is the relentless public scrutiny of celebrities a necessary force for accountability? Or has it devolved into a spectacle designed purely for entertainment and sensationalism? This question takes center stage as Piers Morgan, known for his sharp critiques and unfiltered opinions, directs his latest ire toward Hollywood power couple Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. His pointed accusations have ignited a firestorm of debate, forcing us to ask: are celebrities obligated to address industry controversies, or do they have the right to remain silent? At its core, this controversy extends far beyond mere celebrity gossip or a fleeting moment of online outrage. It forces a deeper examination of Hollywood's meticulously curated image, a world that constantly promotes progressive values, inclusivity, and ethical responsibility. But behind the shimmering facade of red carpet events and philanthropic gestures, is there a murkier reality that the public rarely sees? And more importantly, when high-profile figures find themselves at the center of criticism, how should they respond? Piers Morgan's critique of Lively and Reynolds isn't just a passing comment. It's a calculated challenge that questions their integrity, their silence, and their carefully maintained public persona. The couple, adored by millions for their charm, talent, and picture-perfect relationship now find themselves under a microscope. As allegations and criticisms swirl around them, their continued silence speaks volumes, amplifying the public's curiosity and fueling speculation. Is their lack of response a strategic move, an avoidance tactic, or simply a refusal to engage in what they may see as frivolous drama? The notion of celebrity accountability has become a complex and often polarizing issue. On one hand, celebrities wield immense influence, shaping cultural narratives and commanding massive platforms. With such power comes the expectation that they use their voices responsibly, particularly when it comes to issues that impact the very industry they thrive in. Critics argue that figures like Lively and Reynolds, who have built careers in a space that constantly demands ethical reflection, should not remain silent when faced with serious allegations or industry-wide concerns. On the other hand, there's an argument to be made that celebrities, like any individuals, have the right to maintain personal boundaries. Not every controversy warrants a response, and engaging with every critique can quickly become an exhausting, never-ending battle. Moreover, public outrage often operates on a cycle. What seems like an unignorable scandal today may be forgotten tomorrow, replaced by the next trending controversy. But in this particular case, the silence of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds has not led to the issue fading into obscurity. Instead, it has intensified scrutiny, prompting even more questions about their stance and, by extension, their values. Does their refusal to engage reflect a deeper indifference, or are they simply navigating the storm in a way that aligns with their personal and professional priorities? This debate also shines a light on the larger dynamics of Hollywood and the media's role in shaping narratives. The entertainment industry thrives on controversy, and figures like Piers capitalize on moments of tension to drive discourse. His critiques, whether one agrees with them or not, have a way of cutting through the noise and demanding attention. But do they genuinely serve the purpose of accountability, or do they primarily fuel a never-ending cycle of scandal-driven content? For years, Hollywood has carefully crafted its image as a place of progress and social awareness. From advocacy campaigns to public statements championing various causes, the industry continuously reinforces its commitment to being on the right side of history. However, when moments arise that challenge this pristine image, cracks begin to show, revealing inconsistencies between public messaging and behind-the-scenes realities. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, as two of Hollywood's most beloved stars, have cultivated a brand that exudes authenticity, humor, and an effortlessly likable charm. Their social media presence, often filled with playful banter and relatable content, has only solidified their status as a couple that people admire. But the current controversy puts this cultivated image to the test. Will they maintain their silence, hoping the storm passes, or will they choose to confront the accusations head-on, reshaping the narrative in their own words? As the world waits for a response, the broader implications of this situation cannot be ignored. This isn't just about two celebrities facing criticism, it's about the shifting landscape of public expectations, the role of media in holding the powerful accountable, and the evolving nature of celebrity influence in the digital age. Social media has given the public unprecedented access to stars, allowing for direct engagement and, at times, intense scrutiny. In an era where silence can speak as loudly as words, every decision made by a public figure carries weight. The question remains, does the responsibility of addressing industry controversies fall solely on the shoulders of celebrities, or should the focus shift to systemic change within Hollywood itself? If figures like Lively and Reynolds are expected to answer for industry-wide issues, where do we draw the line between personal responsibility and collective accountability? And in the age of viral outrage, how much of this discourse is truly about ethical progress versus entertainment-driven drama? Regardless of where one stands, it's clear that this controversy has struck a nerve. Piers Morgan's critique, whether justified or exaggerated, has ignited a discussion that extends far beyond Lively and Reynolds as individuals. It challenges the broader culture of Hollywood, the media's influence, and the expectations placed on public figures. Now, we turn the question to you. What are your thoughts on this unfolding celebrity showdown? Do you believe Piers Morgan is justified in his critique, or is this another case of media sensationalism? More importantly, do celebrities like Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have an obligation to address these controversies, or should they be free to remain silent without consequence? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.